Hello and welcome back, my friends. Today I want to explore what lies beneath the surface of people, their behaviours and the emotions that shape them. This is drawn from my own observations of the world around me, moments of quiet reflection, and the way I navigate human interactions. I've always found comfort in solitude. I don't need the constant hum of conversation or the busyness of everyday life to feel fulfilled. In fact, it is in those quiet moments when I'm truly alone that I feel most at peace, most myself. There's no need to wear a mask, no expectation to conform, no pressure to present a version of myself that aligns with societal norms. But then again, is it really society imposing those expectations? Or is it my own perception of what is expected? Perhaps it's a little of both. Either way, solitude allows me to strip away those external pressures and simply be. That said, solitude doesn't mean isolation. I find great comfort in knowing that someone is nearby, a friend, a loved one, a partner, even if we are engaged in separate activities. There is a quiet reassurance in shared space. In those small but meaningful exchanges, a warm greeting, a moment of laughter, a casual conversation over a cup of tea, coffee. This kind of connection, one that exists without demands or intrusion, is enough for me. It is the balance between solitude and companionship that brings me a deep sense of contentment. Yet there are times when I feel the pull to step outside, not necessarily to seek interaction, but to immerse myself in the presence of life. This is when I find myself in coffee shops, in parks, in bustling public places, simply watching, listening, absorbing. People watching is a fascinating experience. In those fleeting, unguarded moments, we see glimpses of authenticity, smiles exchanged between friends, tired sighs of a long day, hurried footsteps, hushed conversations filled with excitement or sorrow. There's so much to observe, so much to learn about human nature, if we take the time to truly see. One of the things I've come to realize is how often people are unaware of the emotions beneath the surface, both in themselves and in others. We see a smile that doesn't quite reach the eyes. We hear a sharp remark that carries the weight of something unspoken. We witness frustration and impatience, often misattributing them to the moment rather than to the deeper struggles. Take, for example, the person at the coffee shop who lashes out over their order being wrong. Our first instinct might be to judge. Why are they making such a big deal? But do we ever pause to consider what might have happened just moments before? Perhaps they'd received devastating news. Perhaps they are carrying the weight of an unbearable loss. Or maybe they are just exhausted from fighting battles we cannot see. Their frustration over a mistaken order may have nothing to do with the coffee. It may simply be the final straw in a day, a week, or a life that feels overwhelmingly out of control. We are quick to assume we understand someone's mood, intentions, or actions. But how often do we truly see it beyond the surface, or even consider it? How often do we listen, not to respond, not to judge, but to simply understand? If we could shift our perspective even slightly, we might begin to view people with a bit more compassion. We might recognize that the stranger before us is not just an overreacting customer, but a person navigating pain, stress, or fear. And perhaps in that realization, we could offer what so many of us need: kindness, patience, and that simple act of being understood. So next time you encounter someone whose emotions seem misaligned with the moment, pause. Consider what might lie beneath. A small shift in perspective may allow us to connect in ways we never expected, to foster empathy where judgment once stood, and to recognize the humanity in each of us. I want to thank you for spending this time with me today. If you enjoyed this reflection, I'd love for you to give me a thumbs up and share it with others. Subscribe to my channel to stay updated on my thoughts, my journeys through nature, and my explorations on the human nature. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.